They're super hang on. Not sure I've ever showed this or not. But yeah, shut this off. Okay. Picked up a little game here. Trophy hunting. So this Contra side art, here's the bolt goes through the actual side art here. On this side, you'll see and then on the other side it's freaking different. And that hole's in the same spot, so it's just right at the top. Oh, wait a minute here. If this was up, I bet you it would be on that C. Yeah, because see, this one here is in this black section, way far away from the sea. Okay, here's the Contra cabinet, guys.
The guys in Night Ranger, they really, I guess they got tight with ZZ Top. I think ZZ Top took them out as the opening act on their Eliminator tour, if I'm not mistaken.
Not too sure about the orange T molding. It's kind of cool, but I don't know how it'll look with everything on it. I guess we'll find out.
Do you ever get to use the hole the other way?
I prefer not to, no.
Alright. Would you know these people are coming over, or would you just look over and see?
So I did some work. Here's the original control panel. Looks to me like this is sort of rounded over. These are recessed in. So I did round the new one over as well. So primed it. Still got to sand it. I'm gonna have to cut the recess in for the joysticks, drill the holes. So that's what's going on today with this. I'm gonna have to vacuum this out because I keep trying to blow it out and it just don't go anywhere. Gonna put the coin pieces, coin mech pieces in and get that door buttoned up. You're going to have to pull all the wiring out of here. So what I'm going to work on now is pulling the wiring out of here, finishing up the coin door, and getting this tube mounted in the cabinet. Disassembled the control board here. Took out the buttons, the joysticks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean up these joysticks. This one's actually the better one of the two. So what I've done is basically chucked this up into my drill press, and I'm just spinning it and cleaning it with 100 grit sandpaper right now. I want to try to get all that pitting out of there. I don't know if I'm going to. So just going to work on that. Then I'll probably just take some rubbing compound and try to polish that knob up the best I can. Okay, 400 grit's the finest I have. So just going to do that. It's just going to be good enough. I wire brushed this part because it was in the chuck. Okay, I'm gonna move to 220 now. Now that I've sanded both these sticks down to 400 grit, I decided to take a little bit of a mag aluminum polish and try to shine them up a little bit. So one thing that if you do this, you need to spin it a little bit fast, but not all the way fast, I guess, because I got a little too hot and I put a burn right across the center of this sphere, and well, then I had to sand it down with sandpaper and then try to repolish it. So I'm gonna run this one more time. I got my rag really saturated with the polish, and I keep an eye lightly pushing and cupping the ball in a real heavy spot, and I keep watching for wetness on here. And you can start to feel the rag get hot, and just keep looking for these little streaks, I guess. You can feel the rag start to get warm. Don't let it get hot, because I felt it get hot and it was too late. Make sure the ball stays wet. Then get a dry spot. In the rag. Let's see if there's any difference between these two. Alright, in case you wonder how I'm doing it, I guess I'll start from the beginning here on an unpolished one. You may think that this is a lot of polish, and it probably is way too much, but if my rag runs dry and that heat builds up, it's just going to burn up that plastic on that ball. I already had to repair that once, so this may work better. I think I did. Nope, it's just a flaw. Another one of them holes. It does make a mess, just so you know. All in the name of joysticks, I guess. feel the heat building up. Unfortunately, I figured out how hot it gets right as it ruins it. So you do want to feel some warmth, but you don't want it to get hot. I can still see my polish on there, so I know it's wet enough. Once it dries up and gets hot, it's gonna melt that plastic. Really badly. Working the shaft right now. Hear the drill press slow down. It's cutting into that steel. You see the black in the rag. Take a dry spot of this rag. It's starting to get warm. There's that hole. I don't know, maybe that's where they fill the mold for the ball or some shit. Alright, that's how I polished my sticks. It's not perfect, but hella better than it was. I'm just gonna completely put the side art out of the bolt. Right here is where the bolt goes through. I got plenty of room for the head. So what I need to do is kind of get this centered from front to back and level. So I'm gonna get me another set of eyes. Just see what they think. And then basically what I'm gonna do is just tape that across up there. Maybe put another piece of tape there through the center and then peel the backing off and then start sticking that on. Alright, I got the first art on. I did drop it below the bolt. That's really not an issue to me. What's an issue to me is I wrinkled the shit out of the artwork when I put it on. There ain't nothing I can really do about it now, so on to the other side. So underneath this control panel was a strip of wood that butts up against this to keep it from sliding backwards. But I need to get it tilted up here so that space over there is even. And I have to draw a line across the bottom there to glue and staple a 3/4 inch piece of strip of wood on there. That'll keep it from sliding back. And then once I get that set, you can see there's a clip right there and a latch that'll go in there where that right there. This side's horrible. I had some rough spots in the paint, but there is some bigger bubbles that I have to take a needle and let the air out. Quite disappointed on this side. But it is what it is. Can't change it now. I shouldn't have done it by myself, I guess. Kind of needed some help. I never laid art on one that was standing up. It's a little different when it's laying on its side. It truly is, to me anyways. Got the control panel in. Nice seam across the glass. Got a little bit of overhang right here. So, not quite sure how much was supposed to be there, if any at all. If I was to make another one, I think that would be in just a hair. I got the clips for the control panel mounted. Probably the next thing I do, I took a lot of the game board harness in, cleaned all the connections with toilet bowl cleaner with the acid. Those are nice and shiny now. I'm probably gonna work on figuring out how to hook up all this power. I want to keep that switch at the back door. That one, I don't even know why it's there. So I kind of want to take that out. And the hardest problem I foresee is I did not drill the holes for the light. So I don't know how I'm gonna screw those in there all that great. And I gotta put the speakers in yet. I repainted the speaker grills. And this piece of aluminum angle I need to cut to go across here to hold the marquee in. I have ordered the marquee. And I need to make some sort of bezel. I also ordered centering grommets for the joysticks. So, and the coin door. I gotta assemble it. But it's getting to be a cabinet. It's not gonna be long. And we're gonna see Contra on here. Yeah, no shirt either. So, got some wrinkles, but I really don't care. I did the best I could. Let's turn this guy on. I don't know, maybe I'll put the diffuser back on it. Yeah, it's got a marquee light. Hooray.